Today, let us see the chapter Data Handling. Now, let us recap data handling. Data handling already you have learnt in 6th standard and 7th standard. What do you mean by data? Data is nothing but the collection of information in the form of numerical figure about some events or objects. Suppose if you are going to find the number of students coming by bus, van or cycle, you can say this information will be in the form of a numerical figure. So I can call this information as data. Also, if your ma'am is asking to find the number of students who scored highest marks in science and maths, that is above 90, also that information you can say it will be in the form of a data. There are many such examples giving the examples of data. In your earlier classes, you are asked to make a frequency distribution table. You are very easily able to make when the data is very small. For example, understand the situation when a die is thrown 10 times and the numbers that appears on the top faces of the die are noted and you are asked to make a frequency distribution table. As the data is very small, you are able to make the frequency distribution table as given above. But understand the scenario when the die is thrown 500 times. Is it easy for you to make the frequency distribution table? No, it's very tedious. Under such circumstances, it is better to group the data. Let us understand now what do you mean by group frequency distribution table. So, when the data is very large, example, marks obtained by 500 students or the wages of 500 employees, etc. Then if you are asked to make the frequency table in this condition, it's very tedious. So what we do is we divide these data into intervals. There are two types of class intervals. The first one is a continuous class interval and the second one is the discontinuous class intervals. Let us see what is continuous class interval and discontinuous class interval. So as I said earlier, when the data is very large, it's not very easy for you to make the simple frequency distribution table. So we divide this data into different groups. These groups are called as class intervals. So first class interval is 0 to 9 and the second one is 10 to 19. This goes on. 0 you call it as a lower limit and 9 you call it as a upper limit. Similarly, 10 you call it as a lower limit and 19 you call it as a upper limit. Here this is called discontinuous because after 9 you are getting 10. The same number is not repeated over again. So whatever numbers you are getting between 0 to 9 are entered in the first group and the numbers coming between 10 to 19 are entered in the second group. The tally mark you make it as you make in the earlier classes, that is the same way you are going to make, only the numbers between 0 to 9 are entered over here. And the difference between the continuous class interval and the discontinuous class interval is suppose a person is scoring 9.5, then where will you enter this 9.5? In order to avoid this situation, we are going to make this class interval continuous over here. So if you are going to observe this continuous class interval, 0 to 10 is the first class interval. In the next class interval, we are having 10 to 20. That is, the upper limit number is repeated again over here. That is, if you suppose a person is scoring 9.5, you can enter it in the first class interval, and on more condition we are having always, so we are taking only the lower class interval. Suppose if you are having a 10, we want to enter 10 over here. 10 is considered only in the lower class interval. All the upper class intervals are not considered. Suppose if you want to enter 20, I will be entered in the third group, that is 20 to 30. Similarly, if I want to enter 30, I will be entering in 30 to 40 group. So this upper class interval we are not considering, we are considering only the lower class interval. Let's see what do you mean by lower limit, upper limit, class size and class mark. First, as you know already, lower limit and upper limit I have taught you already. That is lower in the group 30 to 40. Lower limit is 30 and upper limit is 40. Now, if you are going to consider the class size is nothing but the difference between 40 and 30. That is 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. So this 10 you call it as class size. Coming to class mark is nothing but the addition of, that is 30 plus 40 divided by 2. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So this is the class mark over here. I added 30 plus 40 divided by 2 is equal to 35. So you should know what is lower limit, upper limit, class size and class mark. These definitions you should know very clearly. Now let us move on to the sum of your exercise. The number of tomatoes picked from tomato plants are given over here. First 18, 31, 25, this goes on. So as it is given in the question, to make the group like this, we have made the same group over here. So first group is 5 to 9, second one is 10 to 14, third one 15 to 19, fourth one 20 to 24, next one is 25 to 29 and the next one is 30 to 34. So what is the first number you are having over here? First number is 18. So 18 comes in between 15 to 19. So I will be entering the tally mark over in this column 15 to 19. Second one is 31. So you find 31. 31 is coming in the group 30 to 34. So my tally mark will be in the last column. So next number is 25. 25 comes between 25 to 29. So I will enter the tally mark in the column 25 to 29. So this procedure goes on. So in the case of group data, the time we are saving our time. Otherwise we have to enter each and every number right from 5 to 34. So it's very easy to enter the tally mark, and the frequency as usual you can add the number of tally marks and write it over here. Total also we are adding all the frequency and writing the total over here. This is one more sum of your exercise. The number of books on 18 of the shelves in a college library are 35, 42, 43, etc. You have to make a tally mark over here. First make the column books on the shelves in the college library. We are making a group over here as 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40 and 41 to 45. Again in this sum the group is already mentioned in the group question. So we are going to make the same group. If the group is not mentioned, then our own group we can make it. First we will find the smallest number in the given data and then we will find the highest number in the given data, and in between this we will make a group of 5 or group of 10 as per our convenience. So first number is 35. 35 comes between the group, 35 comes in the group 31 to 35. So you enter the tally mark over here. Next one is 42. 42 comes in the group 41 to 45. So this procedure goes on and you enter the tally marks. After 4 tally marks you put one cross to make it a block of 5. So add the frequency and the total should tally over the given total in the sum. So the number of books on 18 is given. So your total should also be equal to 18 over here. So this is how you enter the group frequency distribution table. Hope you are understood. Next, this table is about discontinuous one. Next we will see the continuous distribution table.